Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to another episode of Rise, Reclaim, and Renew. Hi, I'm your host, Joni Elizabeth, and today I'm going to be talking about another topic that's coming up for a lot of people, which is, I'm going to speak to directly to the emotional experience that you may be feeling if you have and or feeling numb, stuck, disconnected from yourself, where outwardly you're high functioning. I work with a lot of amazing, high functioning, powerful, amazing people, but inwardly they are feeling lost, disconnected, overwhelmed, and sometimes burnt out. And I'm seeing that more and more. I know I've spoken about this starting probably now, I don't know, 12, 15 years ago ish, about emotional overwhelm, mental load, how the brain is not designed, it was not created for all this information overload. We live in a day and an age now. I mean, it is amazing. There's great tools out there. We can get like instant searches, instant information. There are now the strategies that can kind of mirror you. Those can be great and helpful. And I love supporting people with what is going to make most sense for them. So even in my practice, when people are researching more about themselves, I'm like, let's bring that in and talk about it so that you can get the support, be seen, heard, transformation. That's the word I'm looking for. So there comes a point in time where maybe on paper or even in your presentation around people, you look great or fine or whatever, but you don't recognize who you are anymore because those old patterns don't serve a purpose for you anymore. So we learn, again, things from childhood. We have our belief systems, how we grew up, what we we're told about ourselves, all that. And over time, it doesn't work anymore for you the way that it used to. And that can be a scary process, but a really good one. Transformation takes work, not just reading information, but having the quality care, somebody that is trained that can walk alongside you and say, "Gotcha, we're gonna work on this together." So when we can normalize what I call an identity crisis. It usually can happen to, I've even seen people that are, they're turning 18 and it's like, oh, I'm graduating. There's the excitement of that. But then now what? Who am I? Or you become a parent, or your kids grow, or you um, reach, even like 30 and older, but say 40 and older, 50 and older, 60 and older, 70 and older. And we could go on, but it's like, who are you? You are not your title. You're not your job. You're not your business. You're not how you look on the outside. Those are all aspects of ideally what you design and what you create and a part of you. But you have your core, authentic self within you. And there's a difference between I'm living out of what other people told me and how I was supposed to, perform or show up, or me recovering people pleaser, to breaking free from that. And then it can feel just different. Like, now what? But when you find your core love self, then those other things are just added aspects of you, not your whole identity. So identity collapse is what I call it, or just feeling lost and lonely and stuck. And it can happen again from burnout on your job or your business if you're not creating a good overall balance in life, not just the work-life balance, but really more intentional and nourishing for you. So there can be burnout, divorce. I talk often about narcissistic abuse. That's a whole nother level of things to heal from, but we can trace patterns with that as well, like I did from my childhood. Like, oh, no wonder, yes, that type of person, not to get off topic, but I think this is so important to get that education out there. They go for empathetic, kind-hearted people. But also, we are drawn to our level of either wholeness and wellness and healthiness or our level of brokenness. So I am, along with, many, you may feel this way too, came from a broken home. You had brokenness in how you showed up for yourself, let alone other relationships. Maybe went through trauma, changes, all kinds of things that can impact how you're showing up today, along with, yes, social media, even AI. I think those are great tools. I am looking forward to bringing some more of that in to my practice, but I'm also cautioning people like that is not your counselor, your coach, your nutritionist, your business advocate. Those are blueprints that you can get, but there is an aspect to, and we are designed for having time to calm our nervous system, to reflect what you want, who you are, um, growing and healing into that. So there can also be people that are going through caregiving fatigue, grief and loss, midlife transitions. The brain resists change because identity used to equal safety, even though maybe it wasn't such a good identity because if you were kept showing up and wondering, why do I keep allowing the same type of people close in my personal life? The core problem, what keeps people stuck is, um, I just want you to hear this, to think about, I don't know who I am without my roles. You are a whole person. Your roles are just one other part of you, maybe a beautiful aspect, a reflection of you. Another one is I keep repeating the same emotional patterns, which I was talking about a few minutes ago. Stems from childhood, how we were raised. It's our early classroom. We can break those patterns and learn with working with a professional and one that you can match with uh, healthier patterns, letting go of the old patterns. Another one is I'm afraid to become someone I don't recognize. Well, if you all you knew, like for me, all I knew was bread, receiving breadcrumbs and um, making everything okay for everybody else. And when I stopped doing that, and I teach so many amazing, kind-hearted people of all walks of life, anywhere from very top people that people would say, oh, they have a name out there, they know them, to I've worked with amazing homeless people and in between and, you know, all different professions. And to say, it will feel different when I like to say, like, welcome home to who you are, your core authentic self, not how you were taught, not how people treated you, not what you allowed. And to be able to, it will feel different. Like when I started going, oh, recognizing breadcrumbs more, I'm like, no, thank you. Can wish those people well, but I deserve better and I'm going to get better to myself. I'm going to teach people that as well. I'm going to role model that. People show you who they are, believe them, right? I'm so grateful. I have some amazing acquaintances, a few people I could say real good friends, and people that I connect with now all over the world, and I love it. And I've had some people that I thought were like a friend, this is in the past, and they just abruptly, cut everything off. And I thought, well, I didn't deserve that. but and to check in like, hey, did I do something that upset you or whatever? More often than not, it's a reflection of them. And I'm seeing this more and more and more now with people relying on AI in a way that would not be healthy for your life. So, meaning more um, very, not to put anyone down, but just more an island to themselves, self-centered, and I mean no offense to anybody. I want to educate people on this. So when I teach people, like I would never teach people be unkind. Let's be kind to people. Let's treat people right. And yes, there are people that we need to say, wish you well, but you're not going to have access to, my personal life or whatever. And that is healthy too, to have that boundary. So when, sometimes people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and you can learn from each experience, right? So when I had some people that really hurt me and it was very painful and I didn't understand it, but I went, you know what? As painful as that was, I learned more about myself and how I'm showing up or what changes do I want to make or embrace because we all have blind spots too. But also to say, wow, it was only for that moment or that reason or that season. And I can wish them well. Took me a process to um, think about and for me, pray about and let go of the hurt from other people, or even when I would never intentionally hurt somebody, but when I have hurt people and I'm aware of it, to say, I am sorry, that was never my intention. But anyway, to let go of that. So all those different people, I release them off of me. I'm grateful for the lessons or maybe even the good times that we were blessed to share. And I wish them well, wish them love, wish them success. Absolutely. That's just a tidbit of finding your core identity, who you are, your characteristics. We need people in our life, and that is a blessing. But be cautious with who you allow in your personal life. So back to the part of identity, I want to add in that um, after, I was talking about what the core problem is, because I want you to understand that, then a reframe. This can be very helpful to say, this is your transformation moment, and you are okay. It will work out. Maybe you'll learn lessons along the way or have to grieve the loss of what you thought was. I grieved the loss of the childhood that I didn't get that I deserved, and that was painful. But once I rose from that, now being able to teach thousands, hundreds of thousands of people to be free is, oh, it's so beautiful and can't put a price tag on it. So the reframe, like I said, is um, this is your time, your moment to transform and be all of who you're designed to be. And when I created Rise, Reclaim, and Renew, all this has been a process. Some of it stems from the books that I've written in, a book that I'm currently working on, um, and over 2 decades of working with people and my own healing journey and different things that I see common denominators in, my psychology degrees and background and education. So rise, when we become aware to truth or something that needs to change, we reclaim, retrieving lost parts of ourselves, our voice, our desires, our boundaries, our worth, and renew, building your identity, who you are. Other people, they don't get to define you unless you allow it. They can try, but if you don't give them the power to do that, more power to them, right? Wish them well. The renew is align with the core of who you are, your current life, not your past or survival mode. Many people don't realize they've been stuck in survival mode, maybe um, all their life until recently. I sure did not know that I was, but it made sense once I traced the roots in childhood trauma and did counseling and coaching on that in my own healing journey. So here is some practical integration, what you can start doing today, because I wanted to leave you with some good strategies because it is about uh, working with me is not just information. Yes, I will give you information, analogies, I custom design things, which is amazing, but it's about transformation and walking through that journey with somebody that you trust that can help you because we do have hills and valleys and peaks and mountains and blind spots and things that we um, can get stuck in. So exercise number one, which is an identity inventory. I want you to think about who are you um, showing up to be currently? What doesn't match with you? What roles no longer fit you? That's a powerful one when you really take the time to think about it. Exercise number two, or journal prompt number two, emotional truth prompt. What am I avoiding feeling right now? So many people are disconnected from their feelings and it has increased, and or they've gotten very depressed or anxious because of we have no lack of information, like I said. And that can be good, but we need that, like, oh, how do we work with our mind and our body and the connection in that? Something I'm passionate about. Exercise journal prompt number three is future self-question. If I wasn't afraid, what would I change in my life in the next 30 days? It's amazing what we can do in that time. And it's not about, this is not an instant fix, instant gratification. So I'm seeing more and more people stuck in and trying to relieve that by overspending, over taxing their brain or their body, maybe substance use, addictions, all kind, overworking, all kinds of things. If you want to design a life that you love, it starts with reflection, processing things, and do your healing journey. It is so beautiful and you are so worth it. So, exercise, or another part of this is nervous system grounding. This is so important. I can't stress it enough. I do have some videos on this, and I'll probably do some more because when I added this in to my own life, let alone teaching people and demonstrating and walking through it with them, the benefits are amazing. It's like so nourishing for your mind and your body and healing. So again, breathing, when you do like four soothing breaths in, pause for a moment, and then do about six slow breaths out and pause. Do that for a few rounds. Put your hand on your heart. Tell yourself, I'm safe to change slowly. Give yourself permission for that. Normalize resistance because it's been a protection mode, not sabotage them. So, in closing, I want to reinforce reinvention or finding yourself as not becoming someone new. It's returning to yourself. That's why I like to say, welcome home to who you are. Small steps, small steps matter more than clarity and more than just researching answers. Identity is rebuilt through action, not insight alone. So, this topic is for you if you need help now and you've been looking for that, but you find like, okay, this mirrors me, but now what? It can help with changes in life and midlife changes and all kinds of things. And it aligns beautifully with therapy and coaching. So I invite you in to allow time, give yourself permission. Go somewhere that's soothing to you. Sometimes I like to go to by a beautiful lake or go to the ocean. Even sometimes in my backyard, because I put up some beautiful flowers and created a very soothing, almost zen-like place for me to sit. And you can reflect and journal and then bring that into your therapist or coach. So you get that stepping stones to transformation. You're worth it. And I look forward to continuing to bring nourishing, helpful, wonderful episodes to you, which will include more guest speakers too. So as you rise, become aware, reclaim your identity, which is a process, and renew your life. You're so worth it. And I'm here for you. Much love always, Joni Elizabeth.